Hello, everyone. Live. Oh, I can finally finish off what I was. Hey, one more ink. There we go. Yay! And that finishes all of my storybook work. Finally. Oh. Yeah, well, left to go. Five more. Alright.
What's on your mind?
not really any bonuses. Damn. Bonus free run. Yeah. Sucks. Maybe 400 anyway for the day. Off the daily kind of routine. Get all the tea. I really want a coffee. Like now. And so once we've done all this, we're going to be focusing on Dreamlight duty for Wish Boss. Really saying this out loud. Should have done this bit. Or swapped. Yeah. Okay. Heal. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I got double one. Wait, do I have 9? Not yet. I got the 20 hours. Urgh. Morning brain for you. Yeah. How about moving around? Hey, Nevermore. How you doing? Hopefully my mic works. Yeah, there you go. I'm doing alright. Just waking up. Doing my morning routine. Just harvesting stuff. How are you doing? Stuck at there. Yeah. I'm just waking up. Yeah. Well, I'm just waking up. Where are you from? Most people are just waking up, and only people in New Zealand and Australia, which is rare around these parts. It's US. Oh, it's 11 a.m. here. Oh yeah, it's a Sunday. I forgot. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. on a Monday for me. It's rather early. I always get up at this time to like 2 hours of Dreamlight Valley. Crazy person with ADHD that needs a freaking routine. Otherwise, I go a bit crazy. Alright, so that's all done. So let's start working on these. I'll do all the feeding of the critters, eh? Which ones would we do? I guess we could do that goose. Where in the US are you from? Arizona. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know exactly where Arizona. Uh, it's right next to California or Mexico. Okay, that makes sense. There you go. West. West to you. America's west to you, to me. No, it's east to you. East to me. Like every state is east to me. There we go. Well, that's fun. What's next? We could do the golden goose later, huh? Just a normal. Hi, Miss Monk. How are you doing? Two new faces around here. Get new faces around these parts. How are you doing? There's the geese. The goose. Where is the goose? Not used to new faces. I'm used to my regulars coming, like, being here, and they're not here at all, so it's making me feel very insecure about myself. You're good? That's good. Where are you from? Evermore was saying they're from Arizona. I'm obviously from New Zealand. Where are you from? That one's all done. So the only one we can really do is Golden Goose, which is going to be in about, I don't know why I looked at my watch. It's in 40 minutes. Next one we'll do is the skunk. Run away, everybody. Been a few times, but it's been a few weeks. Well, I apologize. I'm going to use the excuses of my ADHD. Makes me forget, but in all honesty, I just forgot. Damn it, Dave. Hi, Yasmin. That's one of my regulars. There you go.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
There, you happy there, Yasmin? Alright, well there you go. The skunk saw is done for the day, sadly, because I can't really do any. Skunks are the ones that are going to be the hardest ones. Next one is the bees. I only get one at the moment, the sweet bee. Pixie flats. Susie recommended you. She does that quite a lot. She's very, very nice. It's very nice. More nice than I definitely deserve. I don't know why she recommends me all the time. She's trying to like put off her viewers or something. I don't know. I think it's just because I play it a lot and she hangs around when she's not streaming. I know she's taking a bit of a break from streaming too, so I'm really hoping she comes back to it. She's got a good attitude for it. I think I'm just consistent. That's the thing. Yeah, Susie, I don't know what I did to deserve that. All I know is that she used to hang out here until she started her own kind of streaming and life and all that stuff. I always like to be like I don't know, a vacation for you people. A little hideaway because there's not a lot of people here. there's a little kind of area that you can come around that's not going to be too crazy with the chat. We're just going to be playing Dreamlight Valley and Dinkum sometimes, and just be able to chill. And I don't take it too seriously, even though my storage looks insane. Trying to find a pink bee, and pink bee is taking me a while. There it is. Spotted it. Thought it could get away from me. Well, I think this week should be the week we get some kind of announcement about the next update, based off the fact that all the routine duties have run out. So I'm going to be very surprised if we don't hear anything about the next update this week. And I say this week because it's Monday for me, by the way. So this week for you people in Sunday world. Tomorrow, whatever. But one thing I have noticed is in the routine duties, it's 7 out of 7, all claimed. So typically when that happens, they have a week of reprieve and then they release the update. So it won't be next week, but I think it will be the following week is when we're going to have the Wreck-It Ralph update. I'm suspecting we should hear something about that this week. Alright. 40 bees, that's gonna suck. Can't speed this up. I could do this week bee. I problem some of them bug out as well, which doesn't help. Alright, what other dream tree? We could do the cooking one. We'll do ranch seafood. Which one do I have? One of these machines that I got going cooking that. Yeah, they come. I mean, how much of that do I need? So I need 56 more. Alright, so we'll put another stack of 30 on. Look. Alright, next one. Fruit. Which one is my fruit one? One down here. Whenever I see the dead bush blossoms, I have to jump over them. Because I still need 1,500 more of the jumping over those things. It's going to take me pretty much my entire life, I think. I think I've decided it's probably going to take my entire life to do. Also bugging me. This. Alright. I say alright a lot. I really shouldn't. I don't know why I shouldn't, but it just feels like I say it too much. Rapunzel, you're not helping the situation here. There you go. I thought she was trying to help. Alright, anyway. Yeah, this is the fruit one. Cool. So I still need another 43, so not 30 on. Getting closer though. Okay, so I got the fruit one. Oh, the fish. Which one do I use for the fish? Don't remember. Oh, question me. Ah, it's the Cinderella one. All right. Do that one. I remember which. Pretty sure we use the one down here in the Rick and Ralph section. Which one? I realize I'm really low in the camera. There we go. Alright. Fish. Alright. Yeah. Oh, that. There we go. Stuck in there. Alright. Need a wish blossom fish that I have more than 5 or 12 of. What that? I got the jellied fish. What food can I make out of jellied fish? Alright. Go to the handy dandy wiki. I need to see my life there. Jellied fish. Alright, what can we make with a jellied fish? So we've got what, a stack of 63 of them. So oh, I could just use jellyfish and make a jellyfish territorial. Wait, is jellyfish? Which person? Yeah, it is. Cool. Alright, just do that. Just dump that in. And then put 30 of those on. Set and forget it. That's essentially doing our duties for us. Alright. Anything else I can do? Because I think I already did the vegetables. Cool. Alright. That's on the quick win ones. Probably could do do a bit of a scan there. Do a quick scan. Now, there's a few spots, and this is one of those rare cases that going on a mount is probably going to help here. There's a few spots that the machines don't pick up. So one of the spots is in here. Notice that the flowers didn't get picked up, so sometimes you want to pop in there. The other spot is up here. That's a good spot to pick up the buns if you need to. But the key to it is set the machines down, do a run of it. I'm picking up that. Technically, I could manually go over and pick them up. And there's a chance I could get the bonus, which will speed that along. And it will, for the sake of it, keep that on the screen. But to be honest, that's a lot of time wasted. Ooh. But I would recommend picking them up as you see them, like that. So this will give you a bonus. So if you notice, my tally will tick up as I pick them up. So that helps. So I'm only like 14 away, or 13 away from at least this tier, because I think there's another tier afterwards. Yeah, there is. The more you know. So what we'll do after 0 o'clock, so in about 30 minutes, we'll roll the dice and we'll pick an area to build today. Like we do every day. I think the good thing about me now focusing on the Wish Blossom Ranch duties is I'm going to get a lot of dead wish blossoms finally ticked off. Been a bit of problematic thing because what? How many have I got? Was it this one? There's a wish. Yeah, dead wish blossoms there. See, look, that's ridiculous amount. I just needed that. That's a ridiculous amount that I need to get. It's gonna be kind of like the inks that I only just ticked off literally at the start of the stream. Now the other area that the machines don't pick up on is in here. You notice those buttons didn't get picked up here. Now these buttons don't count, sadly. Bonus buttons, which is a bit unfortunate, but the only ones you get is the special, you know, super bonus stuff that you get. Now the respawn rate though is pretty good. I don't know why that didn't pick up. Only 9 there. Well, now we'll do a dill run, eh? And this is just going to be one of those annoying routines you pretty much just have to keep doing. Now, you probably could log in every hour and do it. I think the spawn rate is about an hour. This takes an hour for everything to spawn. So, if you really want, you could speed up this progress. But I like doing it once a day. Something you do. It's mainly because once it's all done, like what else do you do after that point? If you've redesigned all your areas, you've done all the Dreamlight duties, what is there left? You don't really want that situation where you've got nothing, you're just sitting there staring at the wall, speculating what's next. So I try and kind of pace myself a little bit. Around these areas, this area here, and this area here, I'm just amusing myself at this point. In this area here, machines don't pick up on, so you have to manually go through them, and it gives you a good excuse to ride them out. So that's another thing, is leveling them out. Oh. A wish blossom. My strategy is making sure I've got the machines all set up, so all I have to do is basically visit them. Now down here as well is another. I think you can put a machine down here. There's not really any point. It's a bit of a waste, but actually about to give me something. I think one of the annoying things about, which are like just ingredients from the DLC, they hardly ever reuse them. That's why there's so few recipes for it. It's a pity. A lot of oil wish blossom. Do I have a machine? I don't have a machine here because I haven't done this area yet. A list of things to do. I'll quickly Didn't happen to that. So I'm super excited for the next update, mainly because I'm really hoping Wreck-It Ralph comes with some kind of multiplayer update. It feels like it will tie in nicely with Penelope. I already did this area. I'm hoping it would be Dream Teams. I think Dream Teams is right for just a huge upgrade on it. I think what they've done so far has been a really good base, but I think they could do a lot more. I think I would like to see them double the amount of members you can have in a Dream Team. It feels like, what, 8 is a bit light. We've got a Dream Team of regulars to pop round. Ooh, God. And, gave me some human. I always put demands from everyone. Ask for more cumin. I want to finish off my cumin stocks. But I was saying, yeah, I think Wreck-It Ralph should come with a multiplayer update, but they should just seem very hesitant to really commit to that feature, which is understandable considering some of the risks that could come with it. But I do think this game's kind of evolved past of just being a game for the youth, but they kind of need the youth, young. I think they need to adapt to that. It's on my screen. What am I on about? Yeah, it does going to take a while, isn't it? A little bit of time. All the dream duties are, it's just a little bit of time. Oh, and the other area that you have to walk, it doesn't spawn a lot down here, but the other areas down here. I was wrong with that one, but yeah, down this little section here. Cool. Cool. Alright, well, we've got about 20 minutes. That's killed a lot of time. What can we work on? We could do the mining honeycomb, but I've got a feeling the best one to work on fish. I think this one, the fishing one, is just a grindy one. I like to do the most grindy ones first, just to get them out of the way. So we're going to switch over to fish mode. Got presets for everything. So for those that are new, what we do is what you can do is set some presets for all your activities. So when I switch over to those presets, I've got the companions that help boost that particular task. So this one's fishing, and so I've got some turtles with me. The only thing you need to swap over is the companion that follows you around. And then it's just a case of remembering off the top of your head who's your companions. Which I don't. I've got a spreadsheet on my other screen. I'll show you, actually. I'll show you. I never show this kind of spreadsheet. Let me get it on the screen first. I'm sure I might have had that up the entire time. Either way, Yeah, there's my list of all my villagers that follow me. So, fishing, there you go. I need to kind of spread these up. So I kind of like one from every realm, so I want to swap some of these around. Yeah, I had the fish up that entire time. I'm sorry, but that's me sometimes. I forget to remove it. Oh well, I'm an idiot. Anyway, I'm gonna do some grinding. All right, yeah, fish. All right, so this one's gonna be very grindy, but we're only gonna be doing it for 15 minutes, and it's probably the only thing I'm gonna be doing. I have to find a really good spot. I did it here last time. Where else? Grab those one. I'll take through. How about go heavy? This would be a perfect one in the Pooh area if he didn't have his own entire section. Yeah. Hi, Nicole. How you doing? How's your day off going? Doing good so far. That's good. I'm still waking up. I'm still grumpy Dave mode, as your mum says. Need 140. I'm not going to get 140 in 50 minutes, but definitely trim it down a little bit. This is all going to be what my stream is for the next like 30 minutes. There's not really any way of speeding it up though. The only thing you have to hope for is like just bonuses. Just realized the balloon fish don't count as fish. I don't really understand why there's so much feathers in the water. The only thing that has feathers around here are geese, and they don't even come to this area. I'll drown in these damn waters. Oh, there we go. There's a bonus there. No, they don't count as fish. There's balloon fish, which is very frustrating. So the feathers don't count as fish, and the balloon fish don't count as fish. But the coral counts as fish. One's going to take it. I think this one's going to be a lot harder than I anticipated. It's probably the harder one, hardest one, just because there's so much that don't count as fish. Makes total sense. Exactly. Makes total fish. And the balloon fish don't count as fish. Because they're balloons. Which makes sense. That's what we want. We want that. Those kind of bonuses. Yay, at least that's done. I think this one's going to take a lot longer. Just have a lot of feathers afterwards. Not that they just have a lot of them. I had to take a break from Dreamlight Valley. I got bored with grinding and trying to get characters up to level 10. That's why I've got machines and stuff that I can just level them up in an instant. But the whole point of it is, like, you just... Well, my best advice is just when you log into the game, get a character that you're trying to level up. Just tell them to follow you. And then just do grindy stuff. Or do something that you want to work on. The whole point of the game is it's supposed to be like a really grindy, take a while game. You're supposed to take your time with it slowly. Your husband hasn't played for 2 years, but I think it's just not her kind of game. And you can always ask for stuff from me, too. And you want to come around and just pick up everything off like you did last time. But then again, you shouldn't need to. I guess that's the whole point. fish. God, not even within the 100 needed yet. You're playing Jedi Survivor now. That's a good game. That's a very good game. I've been playing a lot of... Funny enough, I've been being nostalgic at the moment. I'm playing a lot of Spyro, like the reignited edition thing. But I've been playing a lot of the alters, which has been fun. No, that's not what I want because it does. It doesn't. I really want to get back into a first-person shooter. I think I might just wait till the Halo comes out next week. Is it next week or the week after? I think it's next week. I'm a big Halo fan. I've got my Halo helmet over there staring at me. Yeah. Like the bloomfish. Not getting. I'm getting way too much bloomfish. They're just regular fish and coral. Enjoy surviving more than I did Fallen Order. I've heard that. What? Why? Because I played Fallen Order, and I played a little bit of Survivor, and I didn't notice too much of a difference. These spawns are horrible. This one's actually going to be a lot more challenging than I anticipated. Yeah, the way to speed it up though, I could take a fishing potion. Because that way it guarantees me a proper fish when I get one of the circles. I might do that next time. I only got a minute or two before I switch over my batteries, get my coffee, and then work on something else. We'll call it. You have mounts to ride and save at the stable, and there's that. The mounts is the defining thing. So I don't think I can't remember where if I got that far. Been a while. All right, we'll call it there for now. So we're gonna roll the dice and figure out an area to remodel. Just a bubble balloon. Feathers. Oh. Alright, do I have... Yeah, there we go.
Hi there, pal.
But dump it away. I can do... Oh, I got stuck. We're nearly done. Did a long way off. What we need to do. Yeah. And then we'll roll the dice. Oh, one my break. It's my shirt. I was running. Cool. Alright. We'll go. Where do we want to hang out? Go hang out in. Alright. Time to switch over for the machine. I have to remember to feed the geese as well when I get back. I always forget the golden goose, which is like 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Only time I can feed that one. Put the shirt the right way around. Oh. Alright, so there will be some beeping. I don't know what happens when I switch over my machine so I can actually move around. Angle. Cool. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go get a coffee and take my meds. And we'll crack into it and we'll roll my dice. Yes. Oh no, here it is. I'll roll my dice, figure out which one we're gonna do. If we jump over here. This is kind of what we use. So on the right hand side, or left hand side, to be 1 to 20. So I'll roll this dice, d20, and work out which area we're going to remodel today. Back in 5 to 10 minutes. There we go. We're back. Alright, let's figure out which area we're going to be working on today. So, those that don't know, we roll this d20 every day to work out which area we're going to work on. So, number 1, Beauty and the Beast. 2, Snow White. 3, Little Mermaid. 4, Bambi. 5, Robin Hood. 6, Fantasia. 6, Encanto. 8, Moana. 9, Big Hero 6. 10, Tangled. 11, Wish Blossom Ranch Main Center. 12, Wish Blossom Ranch Theme Park. 13, Cars. 14, Coco. 15, Bugs Life. 16, Seeing Red. 17, the Eternity Isle Main Center. 18, Mouse Town. 19, Mickey Mouse's Joint. And 20 is Minnie's Joint. Now, some of these will take longer than others. So, roll the dice. Eventually, we'll tick off everything. If you notice, there's more to do once we complete one. So, all right, 4, Bambi. Come on. Well, this one's not going to take me very long, is it? All right, gotta do Bambi. I don't really actually have a lot for Bambi. Actually, oh yeah. Here are we? Actually, just gonna quickly do these.
I'd like to help, if I can.
Now, I don't think I actually have a section for Bambi, so over here. Goes out. Deal with it. Deal with it. Quickly feed the golden goose. Alright, where are we going to put Bambi? I think I have an idea. We don't really have a lot of things for Bambi. Not going to be a very interesting area. But it's going to be an area. So, that's something. If Bambi ever does get introduced. Which I highly doubt it's one of those characters, I think. Can't see them doing, to be honest. But hey, I don't think they'll be do Finding Nemo, and it looks like they're heading in that direction. Alright. So, option. Here. I've already got two. Yeah. I mean, Runaway River, I don't have a lot of stuff. It doesn't really suit Bambi. So, Runaway River, there's not actually a lot of things that suit this area. It's gonna do. Your acre's kind of covered up. I mean, I could use this area here. It's clear. And here. And I got the aristocrats there, don't I? This area has 3 in it. It's not too bad. Maybe I'll put it up here. Maybe up here. Oh no, it does already have 3 in it. I mean, there's a big chunk of area that might doesn't need it. Maybe I'll put Bambi here. Like it. Because to be honest, there's not a lot I can do with Bambi. Alright, let's look at this. Bambi universe. So these are the only 2 things like for Bambi. Alright, well, sure, I've got them. We've got Thumper. We've got Bambi. What's that? I don't really see it. Green. Why am I carrying? Got 2 Bambis down, eh? Here we go. Not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but get a few eating there. With areas like this, there's just not a lot you can do. You know, I have to wait until they introduce the game. It kind of fits these characters a bit more. this is what we'll do for Bambi, just because there's nothing. Um, Alright. That's good. Go with that. Not a lot, but not really. But they've got a seating area. Bambi and Thumper have seating. That's all we need. This is the Bambi area. But you can sit on this toadstool, so that should draw in some of the NPCs at least in this little section. And we've got that little... Oh no, we've got the Bambi, don't we? The bee. I forgot about the bee. Um, Completely forgot about the Bambi. There it is. Got it. At least that's something. But the Bambi. Fortunately, it's a little bit dumb. So you kind of want to put it more centralized area. Otherwise, it's just going to be kind of stuck around this section. So yeah. Now anyway. I do like the snail. I think the snail gives a little bit of life to it. Area. There we go. At least that way when you're kind of walking by, you can see the Bambi. At least that's something. Alright. Well, I'm calling that done. Yes. I'm just updating my spreadsheet. Yeah, I noticed ever since, I think like 2 updates ago, game now gets very laggy when you click out of the game like I'm doing right now. No idea why. It just all of a sudden started happening. Didn't used to happen. I think it's a setting, but I'm not sure. It'll That's all updated. So, what we're going to do for the rest of the stream, we'll work on, got some quests, so we'll do this one. Which of Gus in the mines. We'll do this one quickly. And then we'll probably just end up doing some mist grinding. So finish off our theme park area.
I do hope Pooh remembered his galoshes.
Thanks for everyone for popping around today, though. You know, good people, random people popping around. Helps me get through my Mondays a lot faster. Alright, so let's find these Gus. Find these Gus. Find Gus. Oh, I just picked 2 pictures of Gus at the same time, so that's helpful. Hello, I'm random. Hope you do it the best you can do. Hey, love, good to see you again. And I am. So I've got a rough week ahead because I need to travel up north for a work thing, which is always very exhausting for me. I'm not looking forward to that, but see how that goes. It's really because the traveling kind of rocks my internals around quite a lot, and so it gets rather painful. I think the worst is that if there's bad turbulence during the flight, the machine rubs against my ribcage quite a lot. Bloody hurts. You know what's annoying? Doctor says it shouldn't hurt. I'm like, well, it doesn't help that the fact of it does hurt, you know? Just like traveling. I didn't mind traveling until I got sick. Now it's a freaking bird. Like, the problem, because when I go through metal detectors, it always goes off. And so I have to explain, because Alvad's in New Zealand, it's very, very rare. I'm like the only one in Wellington, apparently, that's got one at the moment. It's very rare. So when you go through the security and then you explain it, they don't get it. And they're like, why don't you just unplug it? I'm like, I can't unplug it. That's not how the machine works. I can't disconnect it. And then they're like, well, and then they always refer it to a catheter. And I'm like, it's not a catheter. It's not something I could just, like, you know, stop, you know? And it's so frustrating, especially, and embarrassing to the same time, because you start to hold up people. And then you're just trying to explain it, and eventually they just wave you through. Or check, you know, they get a supervisor, and then the supervisor, yeah, it's fine. It's just so freaking frustrating and exhausting every single time. Like, I have to carry, like, I don't wear the shirt when I go through security. I wear a bag. And so they like put the bag on you know, the scanner. I'm like, I can't put the bag on the scanner. Why? Because I'll die. And they're like, and then they go, whoa, whoa, and then they start to get all uppity. It's only because by that point I'm so frustrated. I'm like, just anyway. That was my vent for the day. Anyway, let's go to mist grinding. Mist grinding. Do something more mindless, Dave. Go find who's a buddy. Oh, I should do that one. I've nearly unlocked all of them. All the motifs. If everyone do fresh air would be too. Yeah, I know. It's just the thing is, I also know it's not their fault. They're just trying to do the job and all that stuff, and I completely get it. Oh yeah, I need one more. Cool. And I completely get it. I just wish there was a way of going, hey, it's okay, let me through. Like, you know? These motifs actually irritate me. Why? I like them. They're actually characters that I kind of want in the game. Like, I want Pete. I would like that one. I would like the Lost Boy. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Cinderella one. Ham. No, finding them. I found them pretty easy. That's not bragging. That's just I haven't. I'm just basically saying I didn't not come across the same frustration. I think the hardest one probably was the Skull Rock one. That one's probably the hardest in my book, anyway. Like that one, you just saw me just do right there. That was kind of
Everything here is
very
so
straightforward.
nice.
I don't know who my time bending buddy is. We'll go Jack Skeleton. He's always a good safety. I haven't done that yet. Did the mines today. Yeah, see, I just did the mines one today. And that one was... I accidentally did two. One shot. And then the other two were quite easy. Hi, Gameplay King. I play Dreamlight Valley, but it's overwhelming for me with all the tasks, leveling up and building, etc. It's a good, cozy game. I think the problem is a lot of people have that... Oh, hello. Welcome, by the way. A lot of people have that feeling of it being overwhelming, but then I think a lot of people forget it's supposed to be a game that takes a while to play. It's supposed to be one of those games you can pick up and play for a little bit and stop, and then play for a bit and then stop. You're not really supposed to tick off everything straight away. It's supposed to be one of those long, grindy games that take a while, and your go-to game. So I think again, I feel the same way as I stopped playing 2 years ago. Yasmin, you keep on going to that well. Let's be honest, you just didn't like the game. So it was not that grindy 2 years ago. More grindy now than it was 2 years ago. You did like it, sure. Sure, yes. Yeah, the whole point of the game is it's supposed to last you a while. It's one of those games that if you buy the base game, the game has a lot of content for you and will last you a long time. And that's why I think I like it. It's because it reminds me of those games back in the day that you would just play for hours on end, that you didn't have to rush through. It was because I started it and got every quest to do. Yeah, I think people try and rush through it. I'll be honest, I've never felt overwhelmed in Disney. I've been playing since the beginning. Yeah, I've never felt overwhelmed, even if I've had a lot of quests. I think that's just I get what it's going for, so I'm not stressed out by quests. I think the only time I feel overwhelmed is if there's daily quests or stuff that like they're a time constraint. But there's no quests that are time constraint outside the event stuff. I was actually playing every day until I got overwhelming. Because I mean, I'm at a spot where like I've completed everything, and it's just the daily quests that keep on popping up, which is a really stupid one. Actually, we'll start twins. Actually, no, we'll go to. I don't find it too. Maybe that's my mentality. Maybe that's my ADHD-ness kicking in. And so I'm a bit biased because my ADHD-ness always needs like variation and to constantly do something else and do something different. But yeah, I can't say I ever felt overwhelmed, but I can definitely see people feeling that way though. Put my empathy hat on. I definitely can see it. I mean, it could be overwhelming now since there's a lot more than when we started. Yeah, I mean, definitely, and that's the annoying thing. I can't experience that, and I think that's one of the many frustrating things I have about the game is the fact that you can't have like an additional save. Because I would like to know what the new player experience is like, and I've been half tempted. Maybe I should just put some money aside for a bit of fun and buy all the stuff on Steam. But I think that's a little bit ridiculous, to be completely honest, for like a an experiment. But it's one of those things that I don't know what that experience is like anymore. But I still don't think I'd get too overwhelmed for it. I'm a completionist because I kind of like wanting things to complete. So having all that stuff is good for me. I don't know. Playing it from my perspective seems selfish. But I get how other people will be overwhelmed, but I just don't think it's ever a game that's intended to be overwhelming. I think it's just supposed to be a game that you're supposed to always have something to do. Just like any like community or village. There's always something to do. I would like to be able to turn off. I think there must be a way to turn off Remy's daily though. I would like more dailies, but I think that kind of adds to the problem with everyone feeling like it's overwhelming. Very expensive to buy again. I already have to buy the DLCs on 3 different consoles. Wow, that's a lot. I wouldn't be able to do that. Considering I'm saving for my transplant, I can't convince. I wouldn't be able to convince my girlfriend, hey, can I buy a game? She'd be like, sure, you can buy a game. What game do you want to get? Dreamlight Valley. Don't you already have Dreamlight Valley? Yes. So why are you buying it again? Because I wanted to play it again. Yeah, it's a hard sell. Let's say it's a very hard sell on that one. Yeah, Steam, PlayStation, and then my daughter's Steam. Damn, that's a lot. I think that's what bummed a lot of people out, especially can't you play it on Steam? I play on Xbox. You can play on Steam, but I play on Xbox. So I play on the Xbox platform. A Steam Deck with Xbox. There is a way to play Steam Deck or Xbox on Steam Deck. However, it's a bit of kind of a fudge around. So what it basically does is it streams your console to your Stream Deck, and it's not exactly a like for like kind of scenario. Well, it's kind of like for like. It's very janky and it's very buggy and it kind of disconnects quite a lot. So there is a way to do it. It's just very difficult, and I kind of gave up doing it because I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just play a different game. I'm playing Spyro at the moment, I'm happy. But there is a way to do it. It's just not exactly smooth. We want to get mist. We want to get about 15,000 mist to get another machine for theme park. I have a memory card full of old games that I play on Steam Deck. It's amazing. Yeah, the Steam Deck that I'm using at the moment, for my anniversary, or me and my girlfriend's anniversary, she bought me a Steam Deck dock. Sorry, yeah, Steam Deck dock for our TV, and we'll put it in the bedroom as well. So now when I go to after work, I kind of go into the bedroom and just put it on the dock and play Steam Deck, and it's been really cool. I've been playing a lot of Spyro as a result. It's been a lot of fun just replaying Spyro because I'm Spyro 2, Crypto's Rage, I think it was called. Was like one of the first first games I'll say in general that I played religiously until I kind of maxed everything out. And so it's been fun going back to that. And I didn't play the remastered version just because it was one, it was quite expensive, and two, I just didn't really have a good way of playing it because it was a little bit resource heavy. But now I've got the Steam Deck. I've been having a lot of fun with that, and knowing that Toys for Bob, the one that they did the remake, and they did the new Crash Bandicoot stuff as well. They have managed to get a license to be able to do a new Spyro game. So it's going to be like a, you know, how Crash Bandicoot came with Crash Bandicoot 4. They're going to be doing essentially a Spyro kind of version. So I'm suspecting it's going to be like a Spyro 4. So what happened after the third Spyro. So I'm interested to see what they do with that, because they did with the... I'm having a lot of fun with that remastered version. I think they've done an amazing job. Yeah, they've kind of just copied and pasted the mechanics and just put a new coat of paint on it. But I think that shows a level of respect as well for the original source material, to pull it off as well as they have. And that's rare with like, especially companies that's like, I'm going to remake this, but I'm going to put my own spin on it or something like that. They're like, no, we're going to keep what works and fix what doesn't. And they did add in little quality of life updates as well, like the guidebook and stuff like that. And the animations are beautiful. So I'm going to be very interested to see what they do with it. And you kind of should respect video game companies like that. And they've gone independent as well, so they're no longer owned by, I think, Microsoft. They were previously owned by Activision. I think they were previously owned by Activision, and now they've gone independent. And with those kind of companies, you kind of want to show independent companies why they should be independent. Really, I think the age of all these companies buying up everyone is coming to an end. It'll be very surprising what the next kind of phase of gaming is going to look like. I think it's going to be a very indie heavy kind of industry. I play a lot on PlayStation Portal now that I take care of my dad. I also have Steam Deck. I have a Nintendo Switch 2 that never gets played, I ain't gonna lie. Well, I'm definitely moving more towards Steam than any other console, even Xbox. I'm moving away from that because it just feels like Steam. I think I trust Steam a lot more than I do with the other areas. Now, a lot of that's got to do with Gabe. I think Gabe is definitely setting a precedent of like, this is what I want for people on my platform, customers and that. When he goes, I've got a feeling things might start fading away a little bit, because I think it is because of him. A lot of stuff has kept very consumer friendly, but it feels like they're the one area that's kind of forcing customers first. Yeah, the price is unbeatable. They treat creators with respect, creators meaning the developers and so forth. They make it so easy for indie developers to get on board and to be successful. I think that's another one. Yeah, the algorithm, the search algorithm, the browser algorithm, all that stuff will be problematic at the best of times. But if you compare that to any other platform, Xbox is a good example. None of them other compete. They don't even come close. And so having that is causing the indie industry to really thrive. And yeah, it could be better, but also it's only because really Steam is the only one there on that's really pushing for that. GOG is slowly making roads into that, but they're really sticking with already, established IPs and so forth in games. This one, like right here. Right in the middle of this dune. What happened to game? I find myself needing to do a lot of research before I buy any game now. Sure, what happened to your game, but do you mean what happened to gaming? I think it's just because we've got so much choice now, and people discuss things online so much that they contradict each other. It's not like you could go to school and then like your mates would say, I played this game, so it's a lot of fun, and then you'll go buy their game, I think there's so much discourse now, you get pulled in so many directions of what you should play. I always go for, if it looks cool, play it. If you enjoy, if you like watch a trailer and you enjoy it, play it. If you don't, don't. It's that simple, but you get stuck up in the discourse of is this game good or is it bad? Who gives a fuck? Art, like gaming, is all perspective. So I mean, perceptive, perspective, subjective. That's the word, subjective. And so, like, if you just use your own judgment on it, but make sure you do it for the right reasons and you're not being cynical for the sake of being cynical. I researched to avoid anti-consumer companies. That's the problem. When you start going in that direction, anti-consumer. I mean, it's good. It's good because it pushes businesses to not do that shit. But they're gonna do it anyway. And so every big friend IP now does anti-consumer practices. It's just a question of how bad they are. Where's your level? And I think Ubisoft is a good example of like pushing that level way too much. And the only way they're going to learn is to lose money. And there's not really a right answer for like, yeah, I mean, it is where we're at, but you're also, in order for indies to be successful, they do have to do a little bit of anti-consumer practicing sometimes, especially to make the funds that they need nowadays for modern day game development. Like, a good example is that like a battle pass or you know, something like that. What's a good example? Arc Raiders is a good example. The fact that they have to put clothing shops and stuff like that. I don't know if it's anti-consumer, but it's definitely not consumer friendly. It does have a battle pass. That's a hard no. And that's the thing, is like, that's an indie studio. I think it's an indie studio. Pretty sure Arc Raiders is Raiders. Embark. Parent company Nexco Limited, which is a South Korean, Japanese. Never mind. They're a part of. They're not an indie studio. I take that back. Yeah, I don't like battle passes. I like battle passes if they're 100% accessible and you don't need to pay money for it. Those kind of battle passes are okay. But if you have to pay for like a premium one, which sadly Dreamlight Valley does have. Dreamlight Valley has a premium star pass. So I really can't, it's a little bit hypocritical to say that I wouldn't. But as long as there's a free option that is offers really good value, which is if it's free, good value is like if it's better than zero, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so having 3 tiers, that's a little bit too much. A little bit too much on that one. I don't know, I don't like battle passes, but I do like it when they allow you to go back to battle passes. A good example, and I know it gets shat on quite a lot, but this is one of the things that it did right, is Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite, you have the ability to actually play the battle passes that were released right at the beginning of the game. And so if you picked up the game today, you can go back and unlock those rewards. And I think they did that with the Master Chief Collection as well. And that's what I do like, and I think that's what I wish they do in Dreamlight Valley, is that new people coming to the game have the ability to go back in time and play these old star paths. And unlock all that kind of stuff. And that I'm okay with that. As long as you're not, I think you said gatekeeping content. Saying you had to play when this game first came out to unlock this content. I don't like that. But if they're like saying, hey, you started the game 3 years later, you can still unlock that content. I'm okay with that. Hey, Spy. How are you doing? Only got about 5 minutes, sorry. It's alright. It's always the VOD you can harass me on. I've seen go down the route with small paths needed for progression. Then there's people that are like, no, I'm OG, don't do that. Let's get the stuff. Yeah, it's a hard balance to do, but I think why modern day gaming isn't lasting as much as nostalgic gaming, you could say, like gaming from the 90s and 2000s, is because you can't go back and replay it because of battle passes, because of online availability, because of so many factors. Games that are coming out nowadays aren't going to last the test of time unless they're single player games. Like this game, I've got a feeling the minute it goes off, unless they release a patch to allow it to occur, it needs to be online. As you know, you can play it offline, can't you? Pretty sure you can. But you wouldn't be able to unlock anything, like any of the premium stuff. Or the Star Pass stuff. I don't know, this game could work offline. I think it already does, to be honest. I think if you disconnect your internet right now and play, I think you can still boot up the game and play it. And that's what the whole, what's that movement? Stop killing games movement that they're trying to push through at the moment is so important to get right. Because that will stop all that behavior. Imagine like paying $50 for a game and then maybe another $20 for cosmetics. And then we turn around and go, you know what, we're closing down the game. You don't get all your money back. It's all gone. You can never play this game that you spent years playing ever again. Yes, probably. Play with internet off. Yeah, you're right. I was dumb there. I was dumb because I was thinking recently. I saw someone post on Reddit saying that the terms and conditions for Honeyglow Woods noted that you're only buying the license, you weren't buying the actual DLC. But then I realized if you play it offline, you are technically buying the DLC. Because if you just never went online again, you've still got that content. So you are buying that content. So I think that's more of just a phrasing of how they put the terms and conditions rather than reality of what's actually happening. And that's the rest of, like, this is why government regulation is important. You get kind of both sides. Sometimes government regulation, too much government regulation is a bad thing. 100%. But on the flip side, it stops companies from doing this shit. And that's what they should be focused. That's what the law should be doing is, alright, if you're going to do terms and conditions, you have to put every term and condition into like a category. And so the most egregious, the most important terms and conditions have to go to the top so people can make sure they read it. They should be regulating that shit. Not like caring like if we have a digital passport or if landlords get like a discount for their investments. I've been watching a lot of Oversimplified right now, and there's a lot of stuff about poor people rising up in the revolution. Seems to be like a common thing. 2 minutes. Yeah. I know. I'm just trying to get in. Alright, let's see if I have enough mist to make another machine, right? Oh damn. We're 200 missed off. That's annoying. See if I can get something from here. Come on. Yay, there we go. I'm only going to have like 8 mist left, but and that's going to make... Oh no, I'm not playing on Wednesday. I'm going to make Fridays anyway. Session's going to be a little bit dramatic. Might have to do some mist grinding on the offline. Alright, let's go. And that one down here. Pop it right. Yeah. I just need one more over here, and then I'm done with my theme park. Alright, but I've got 8 missed, so oh well. This could be a problem for another day. Sony stopping this production, put monopoly prices on their games as well. Yeah, I think it's because no one's pushing back on it. That's the whole thing. No one's stopping them from doing it because people are still going to buy it. And that's the thing. The only way you can really stop that crap is to kind of show them why it's a bad thing. What's the negative of doing this? The negative of doing this is less people are going to buy your games overall. And they also stop putting them on Steam as well, which sucks because I don't have a PlayStation, and that's how I played the new Spider-Man game. Well, not the new one, the old Spider-Man game actually. And I really enjoyed the old Spider-Man game. It was a lot of fun. And it sucks that that's going to be like a regular thing, that they're going to remove it. And I think it's going to buy them. I think they are pulling an Xbox One. And by that, I mean, it's like their whole Connect thing and all that bullshit. I think they're pulling their version of an Xbox One, and I think it's going to bite them in the butt. Why I don't buy shows to Nintendo on anti-consumer trip. And that's I think that's why indie gaming will continue to rise. I think the only risk with indie gaming now is if Steam decides to start being a dick. I think it's the only really thing that's keeping indie games competitive to the big guys is Steam's ability to fight for them. Only fanboys need to take a stand. The only way that it's all going to work is if people start jumping ship. And I think PC is so expensive at the moment to get into as well, which doesn't help in a scenario. And Xbox isn't doing so well at the moment. PlayStation, to be honest, is only winning by default. They're only winning because there's not really anyone else competing against them. And the only reason PC can't compete properly against them is because of cost. The minute their cost comes down, and you can see this with Xbox as well, I think you're going to start to see a big shift. RAM prices going up. I think the problem is all of Western society is going to go through a lot of pain when this AI bubble kind of pops. Yes, it will make things cheaper, but also I don't think a lot of us will be able to afford them. PS6 is going to be like 1.2k. People will go PC. The problem is that it's just a question of how expensive will PC be at that time. And that's the problem. Like, I have a good PC, decent PC. It could definitely use a better graphics card. Definitely could use with more RAM. But eventually those parts are going to break. And to replace them at the moment is quite expensive. So, I mean, if my RAM breaks, it's affordable for me to replace the RAM. If the GPU breaks, that's going to be a big question. Yes, you can buy in different scales and different kind of qualities. But I also do know the most recent generation coming up doesn't really even know how to build a computer. And so if you don't know how to build a computer, you're going to go with a laptop or you're going to go with a pre-built, and those are expensive. There's not really a lot of people that know how to build a computer that are in their early 20s, late 20s. Some do, and I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying the majority. But not like the generation that I grew up, and then I was building computers when I was like 17. So I mean, I think that's just it's just changing. It's because everything's become so pre-packaged nowadays. We now have to shift back to more kind of a number 8 wired kind of build it yourself mentality, but we're just not set up for that. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. So thanks for everyone for the chat today. It's been a very interesting one. Very interesting chat at the end there. My light's turning on because it's telling me to go to work. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, Spy. Thanks, Yasmin, as always. Thanks, RTC. I haven't seen you for a while, too. It's good to see you again. Thank you, Love. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks, Miss Monk. Thanks, Evermore Gaming. And thanks, anyone else out there that has watched, could watch, or should watch, I guess. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll play some Dinkum. Thanks, everyone out there in VOD land. I do see it, and I really do appreciate you all. I'll be off Wednesday and Thursday. I got a work thing, so won't be there. But I'll try and do an extra stream tomorrow, depending on if I'm all ready to go for my trip. So stay in touch on the Discord as always. And until next